sorry for the weird angle. I am filming on an iPad. My HD one is off, but the angle is funky because I gotta hold it up. But I'm Sarah, and I'm doing my inoculation, my sterile technique. I'm doing my I'm not very good at this. Serratia marquescens. I will be taking the recommendation of going ahead and doing all of my bacteria, so I allow them time to grow and get them onto the slants. I have my candle, I've got my bacteria, my sterile pipette, my gloves. I have this on. I also have my nutrient soy, or my tryptic soy broth. I've already labeled it beforehand, so I knew that this was it. And then I've got my disposal over here. I dropped one earlier, so. Alright, we'll go ahead and get started. So opening this, I work at a hospital. We open sterile things all the time, especially if you don't have sterile gloves on. You open away from you if you're giving it to the doc or something. Holding this in my non-dominant hand. Oops, sorry. Grabbing my broth. I'm going to go ahead and use my pinky. And then I have a really little flame, so I might end up burning this side, like the lady in the video. I'll have to pull the wick or whatever we call it out more. Alright. Gonna go in, I already let all the air out. Gonna go in and grab 1 milliliter of the broth. So right there. Just suck it all up into the pipette. I'm gonna go ahead and flame this again. Trying to be really gentle so I don't put it out. And then again, keeping this up in the air. I'm going to use my pinky. I'm going to use this hand to twist. That is something I learned in micro last time I took it. And then, should have taken the metal off beforehand. There we go. Taking the rubber stopper off. Place that up. I'm going to go ahead and put the broth into the solution. Hold this up. You can see it's in there. Use my phone as my timer. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Set a 30-second timer.
Okay, your timer is set for 30 seconds.
Alright, and you can see that all the liquid's in there. Have about 10 more seconds to go. Alright, there's our 30 seconds. So I'm going to take the rubber stopper off, place it up, take my pipette, and help just kind of stir the rest of this around. Alright, I'm going to avoid air bubbles. I'm going to let all the air out before I go ahead and suck it all up. Get all the way down to the bottom so we can get all the good bacteria up. There we go. Just going to close this lid. And then, keeping the pipette up, pinky here, I'm going to go ahead and twist this off. Flame this. It's much easier in the classroom when you've got the big flame you can just go through. Place this in here. Apply the solution. You see it mixing in there. Perfect. I'm going to dispose of this while I can. Put it in my jar. This is still my pinky hand. My hand was resting, but it's never touching the ground. And then, oh, I blew my candle out. Well, that was part of the next step. Screw the cap at finger tightness and then backwards about 1/4 of a turn. So we're going to do that. My pipette is in the disposal jar. So I'm just reading after rehydration. The next step is reactivation. Set the tube in the rack and allow it to incubate at or near optimal temperature, which is printed on the culture vial. So we're going 25 degrees Celsius. I do think that's what almost all of them actually are. Alright, 24 to 48 hours. I will be checking in on that. My date is on there, so I know that I did it today. 6/26. Go ahead and remove my gloves. And then I'll go wash my hands and I will clean up. So I will continue the same exact process for all my labs, or for all my bacterias. I did fill my other one because I accidentally did the Micrococcus luteus first, because I didn't see on the instructions until afterwards, so that was my apologies. But now they're both those, so I have 2 out of my 4 done. So I'll go ahead and continue on and finish my other 2.